If Elon Musk, the richest man on Earth, was to live on the typical American salary of $60,575 each year, he could survive for roughly 4,127,115 years. What if you tried to match Elon's wealth by saving, let's say, half of your salary? It would take you a mind-boggling 6.5 million years. That's a sad note to begin with, right? But what if we'd ease on our goals and try to earn $1 million? If you're an average engineer and every month you save up 10% of your salary, it would take 156 years for you. If you are a teacher, 217 years, and a bartender, a staggering 625 years. You can work as hard as you can for your whole life, and you still won't reach the wealth some people achieve because of the decision models that can be learned. There's a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary, but a poor mindset can last forever. This book, called Wisdom from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money, That the Poor and the Middle Class Do Not, published by Robert T. Kiyosaki in 2016, unveils the financial wisdom and the secrets that wealthy families pass down, which schools and parents often overlook. We're going to explore the main ideas of the book together, and you'll know that stuff until the end of this video. The book ranking on Goodreads is quite high, 4.29, so let's dive in and see if it's worth it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad tells the tale of two dads, one with academic achievements, the other a business mogul. Their perspectives on wealth and mindset are worlds apart. This story shows the difference between, I can't deal with the expense of that, to how should I deal with the expense of that. Rich Dad guides two young fellows on an outing to best use their minds and restricted opportunity to make overflow through hypotheses and business. Lesson number 1, the rich don't work for cash. Poor and the common work for cash, the rich have cash work for them. Little Robert, the author of this book, and his buddy Mike learned this the hard way. Poor Dad had a negative mindset, always thought he'd never be rich, and guess what? He wasn't. Rich Dad, even after hitting rock bottom, believed he was wealthy. People's lives are unendingly compelled by two sentiments, fear and rapaciousness. This is the manner in which the model goes. Your worry about not having cash spikes you to work harder. Then the actual look starts, and your yearning and ravenousness for new things begins. You want more, so you turn out more excitedly for that progression. Then, the model is set and you're trapped in it. You get up, you go to work, you get back, and you deal with your bills. Your extended gaining prompts extended spending. And this is a pointless day-to-day presence, to break the young fellows out of the entire day attitude driven by fear and unquenchability. Eventually, Rich Dad cut down the two young fellows' wages to nothing to teach them a lesson. Life's tough, and it'll push you. But instead of quitting, they learn to adapt and think differently about money. Life pushes us all around. Certain people give up and others fight. Accepting that you come out as comfortable with the model and progress forward, they welcome life pushing them around. Lesson number 2. It's not how much money you earn, it's how much money you keep. As we already know, human nature is driven by fear and need. At the point when you slow down in this cycle, you're constrained to work for someone else the rest of your life. Do you want that? No. Now you're going to hear something you've probably never heard at school, because the whole educational system only prepares us to be good employees. The secret is to build assets that'll earn for you. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or even YouTube channels, think about long-term wealth. An asset puts money into your pocket, liability takes the money out. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and the middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. Let's dive into 3 different types of cash flow to sort it out. Poor people. They have a job, earn a salary, but spend all the money on their expenses and live from salary to salary. Middle class people. They have jobs, but most of the salary goes to liabilities and expenses. They think that their home is an asset, but it's a liability rather than an asset. Most of the people are working their whole life to own a house and spend 30 years paying a loan. You also need to pay other taxes, and the value of your home does not necessarily go up. Focusing only on your house makes all your money go through your liabilities, so it does not reach the assets section. This way you're missing your opportunities to invest. This is the cash flow of rich people. They are always thinking of investing in assets, and after that, their main source of income is from assets. Here are some examples of assets. Businesses that do not require your presence to operate, stocks, bonds, income-generating real estate, notes or IOUs, royalties from intellectual properties, anything else that produces an income or value. The author of the book says that the best thing about cash is it can work for you 24 hours every day, and it can work for ages. If you follow the crowd, you'll end up serving 3 entities: your company, the bank, and the government. While you earn for the company and its shareholders, debts make banks richer through interest. The government takes its share before you even see your earnings. In fact, for a regular person, over 2 months of yearly earnings go straight to taxes. Over 40 years, that's about 6 years just for taxes.
Kill me now!
The wealthy understand this system, but most don't. To break free, understand assets versus liabilities, invest in income-generating assets, minimize expenses and debts. And lesson number 3, mind your own business.
Okay.
The working class centers around their calling, and subsequently, they spend their whole lives building another person's business. The rich, then again, center around building their own organizations. Your calling centers just around the pay part of your own pay proclamation. Your business rotates exclusively around the resource segment on your accounting report. At first, Robert Kiyosaki's career was nothing special. He worked selling photocopiers at Xerox. He used his earnings to buy apartments, and soon the money from these properties was more than his regular pay. While many people work for others, the wealthy prioritize building their own enterprises. So can you by raising your financial literacy and making the right decisions. While the book explores some more theoretical aspects, these are the main ideas you should learn to use in your daily life. And who knows, maybe soon you'll stand next to Elon on the very top. But most importantly, set up the plan matching your own needs and lifestyle.